And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Now a look at the stats for Bojan Bogdanovic.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the 5, down low. And for the Magic, sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Anthony in at the point guard position. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Good on the triple.
You know, Leonard, very effective from downtown. That wasn't always the case. He's really worked to become a laser from 3.
Carter, the pass to Wagner. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Zubac. Last time out, he had 14 points. Powell for 3. Carter pulls it in. On offense, here are the Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Now here's Anthony. Harden missing his last shot. Here's Banchero. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
The gritty demeanor of Leonard, wanting to snag any available rebound he can get those claws on.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And Clark, Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
That's good from Anthony.
You got to respect Cole Anthony's workmanlike approach to the game. He's out there to do his job and get results and not focused on putting on a big show.
L.A. has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden right side to the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Well, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Anthony kicks to Wagner. Leonard against Banchero. There's Wagner with the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Banchero outside. Carter with a screen on Dunn. Here's Banchero. And the rejection by Zubac. They get it back. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Leonard for 3. Rebounded by Anthony. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Trailing by 2. Carter gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Superb concentration from the big man there. Carter Jr. is experienced at converting difficult shots.
Left block shot on the way. Leonard, no luck. Orlando, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Back to Banchero. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here. And
oh, man. Very few players have the combination of power and athleticism that Kawhi has. Electric.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Jones checked in for Los Angeles. Since the All-Star break, these guys have been on fire. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, these are your second-half scoring leaders. Second is Paolo Banchero.
he is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Now here's Anthony taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Over Harden. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Nice, smooth jump shot from Anthony. I like him in that medium range area.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Now, here's Wagner. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And there's Banchero on the assist from Wagner.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues, Clark, to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Harris is checked in for Caldwell Pope, and Black's subbed in for Cole Anthony.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
To the middle, there's Bitadze, and he converts the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Simmons. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the inside, here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Isaac with a screen for Wagner. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
Leonard against Wagner. Here's Leonard. Zubats a screen on Wagner. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Orlando trailing here. Black and Harris are the guard set. Banchero is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Bogdanovich after Jonathan Isaac's miss. Bogdanovich. Some solid defense from Harris.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Double by Bogdanovich. Isaac outside. No good on the triple. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Donnie's checked in for Simmons. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And, you know, even though he's just 6'4", Harris can throw it down now. Don't sleep on this guy's bounce.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Buries it from three-point range.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Dunn finds Bogdanovich. Here's Zubats. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Coffey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Banchero with the ball. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
And he knocks down the first one.
When you're the #1 pick like Banchero, the expectations are through the roof. But Paolo is well grounded. He's got his feet on the ground, head squarely focused. He's embracing the challenge and meeting it so far.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Wendell Carter comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And Anthony subbed in for Harris. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Zubats kicks to Bogdanovic. Zubats a screen on Anthony. Back to Zubats. Banchero looking around. So they take the lead. Banchero's got 6.
Such a nice looking jump shot. Solid mechanics, fluid. Banchero's special.
Down low, here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Bitadze. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. And here's Anthony from the arc, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And again, the Clippers turn it over. We'll get a chance to check out the seeding out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. Look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings.
And seeing where the Magic are, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. The Magic making a switch here. Bitadze's checked in. And Simmons drops them both. So it's Orlando now, trailing by 2, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. They double him with Simmons. Carter finds Anthony. Caldwell Pope outside. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And Simmons with the rebound. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Clippers. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here is Carter. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento. Anthony kicks to Carter. Wagner against Dunn. Offensive rebound. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Wagner on the wing. Dunn covering. Back to Caldwell Pope. And Carter has it in the corner. Shoots over Leonard. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Simmons passes to Dunn. Here's Leonard. Leonard chewing him up inside.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
With the step back. Anthony kicks to Carter. Here's Wagner. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers ahead, up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebounds as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Good to be with you for halftime. Let's check in on the NBA action coming up later tonight. Out in Indiana, it'll be the Pacers against the Kings. That one's starting at 7 p.m. Eastern.
And this could be a fairly competitive one.
And let's get into this first half. A super close game for the Clippers so far.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here are the Magic now. 4-point game. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle.
Some nice physicality there from Carter, going right into the defense.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
The first free throw is good.
You know, both of Wendell Carter Jr.'s parents played basketball at a really high level. And you know what I like to say? You cannot run away from the DNA. And I think you see that DNA of his parents in his game.
He hits both from the stripe.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Now, here's Zubac. Zubac with the screen for Powell. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Anthony against Harden. Here's Banchero. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 8 points for Paolo Banchero.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Zubac with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Dunn dishes to Harden. And here's Leonard from 3. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Wagner against Zubac. And it's Wagner missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Clark, we're looking at Franz Wagner here. What makes him so effective?
Well, his size and mobility, a rare combination, and how good he is instinctively at the defensive end of the floor. I mean, he can get out and get in a stance and guard guards, and he also can bang inside with big physical guys. And he's very fluid in his motion. Great agility. Love watching that young fella play.
And the Clippers have possession. The Magic getting the bucket. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Banchero? Averaging about 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Now, here's Banchero. Harden missing his last shot. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Just a real solid understanding of how to exploit the defense. Carter Jr. impressive at positioning himself in these situations.
Now here's Powell. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Zubac, a screen on Wagner. It's Powell with the drive. Orlando grabs the miss. Pass to Anthony for the lead. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Powell, the pass to Leonard. Kawhi, so tough to stop inside.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Wagner outside. Inside, here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now, here's Zubac. 8 points for him. Zubac with the screen for Dunn. Zubac, that's good. That's 10 points for Ivica Zubac.
Well, you look at how Dunn slices apart the defense with his passing. Phenomenal in the pick and roll.
Anthony finds Carter. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Banchero. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Clippers leading by 3. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Carter. Leonard against Caldwell Pope. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now Powell. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Harris is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Anthony Black in for Cole Anthony. The Clippers also making some changes. Jones checked in for Leonard. Amir Coffey comes in for Powell. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Chris Dunn. 1:09 left in the third. Harris kicks to Black. Isaac outside. Pass to Wagner. Back to Isaac. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Black. The Magic again can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the basket by Harden.
No three is really a bad three when Harden shoots it.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Now, here's Wagner. He's guarded closely. Let's go. No good with the wing jumper. He got it up. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
You got to make the right play like you've been doing all night, all right? If they're going to try to help and tag, you got to make the right play, finish, or make the right pass.
Well, you know what, Greg? You got to like what Coach Ty Lue is saying, telling his guys to take what they see.
I mean, keep it simple. Don't rush it. Let's just stay focused. Really good advice.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Black and Harris are the guard set. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center. That's who's out there for Orlando. The Magic trail by 6 to the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Leonard after the Magic pick up 2. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Banchero outside. Takes it inside. Harris outside. Isaac passes to Banchero. Here's Black. Dunn covering. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Anthony's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Here's Dunn. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Dunn's got his first points in this one. And here's Banchero. Out to Anthony. They set the pick. Down low. Bitadze can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Black. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Harris. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Simmons. Powell comes in for Jones. And it's James Harden in for Bogdanovic. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Leonard, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Banchero dishes to Anthony. Banchero is screened for Anthony. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Franz Wagner. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Now, here's Banchero. Outside Anthony. Back to Banchero. Just 4 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Banchero's got 5 points now this quarter.
And playing with veteran poise against the shot clock. I like how Banchero handles the pressure.
Leonard against Anthony. Powell for 3. Nice defense from Wagner. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. The Magic trail by 6. Anthony looking it over. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And those long arms and huge hands, Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Powell, no good. The Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Anthony with it. Zubac defending. Anthony can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight. One of the all-time great two-way players.
Now here's Anthony. Driving in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Bitadze. Shot clock at 5. A baseline J. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Anthony.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Here's Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Anthony can't hit.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Unloads from 9. The rebound by Bitadze. Here's Orlando now, trailing here by 8. Anthony missing again. Now Powell. So the Clippers with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kawhi. The defense, of course, keyed in on slowing you down tonight, but your teammates stepped up. How important is that for you?
It feels great, you know. That's what a championship team is about. You know, when your star's not going or they double teaming you, then you got other guys knocking out big shots like they did tonight.
The others came correct, man, and you got the dub. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.